Good morning or good afternoon actually, it's about 5 o'clock, from the Fredericktown Homestead. This project has been somewhat frustrating, but I finally got one beam notched. I finally bit the bullet, used some of the money that I earned yesterday and went up and bought a Chicago Electric, I think it's called, Chicago Electric skill saw, circular saw, and 3 blades. Uh, Comes without a blade. But yeah, so that is what I'm using. DeWalt that I bought for $15 quit, and this only costs twice that, so I figured I'm good. Uh, Been running around today, doing a lot of my stuff, and one run this morning. But I'd like to get back to this project. I'd like to get all these 3x3s notched and stacked, get the first two level on bricks hopefully, and get them level, and then when I got some help I can put the tote on it for water collection. Yeah, it always seems to take longer than you want to do most anything. Been looking at the post on Facebook. Justin put a thing on there. What do you fear most about homesteading, about starting your homestead? And I put an answer on there, and I got a couple responses to that, and I actually got a girl that's coming up to look at the place from Florida. She's coming up sometime this week, I hope. But the thing people seem to fear is a lack of being able to own. They feel it's a requirement to own the land. And boy, I've never owned land, and I don't think I ever will. But I've homesteaded on, good and solidly homesteaded on 5 different places. That's growing all of your own food, and not only growing it, but slaughtering, butchering, preserving, and eating the food on 5 different places. And you can't do that if you own. I know I'm in the minority, and I know I don't have family, so puts me in a place where a lot of people say, well, I got family, I need to have a place that I own. Well, maybe you do. But if you could let go of that, you would open up a lot of windows for you. Like, for instance, you could come here to the Fredericktown Homestead and homestead here for as long as you were happy here. There's no end in sight for this project here of the Fredericktown Homestead. I plan to stay here. There is an end in sight. I plan to stay here the rest of my days, and my days are numbered. I was born in 1951. I'm not going to last forever, and I can feel it. But yeah, even if I go, you can continue on without me. Hopefully you've learned enough and done enough. Learn by doing, and you got a garden started, maybe pigs, and maybe a dairy cow, maybe the pond's built. I don't know. There's a lot of maybes. I don't know what the future brings, but if you have to own your land, that means you have to actually give somebody the value of the land. And I'll tell you, in today's day and age, that's just about prohibitive. Can't really do that. Looking at this cherry pile. I got some time tonight. I had a call for 20 minutes from now, but then they just called up, and the little daughter that's probably 9 years old, she told me that you don't have to take mommy to the store tonight. Well, thank you, dear. So I got some time, and this cherry pile involves some, excuse me, involves some time. I've got all the tools. Maybe this project, I got to get this project done. You see, I got them marked. See, that one's marked there and there, and this one isn't marked. But I got them all oiled. It don't take long to mark them. And then I can cut them with my brand new blade, brand new circular saw, get them notched. My thinking is the top ones don't actually need to be notched. They can just sit in the notch of the next layer down. 40, what was it? 40's going one way and 44's going the other, was it? Or, no, that's not right. 48's? 48's. 48's and 42's, I think it was. But anyway, they go from one end to the other. And there's long ones and short ones. The long ones go one way on the tote, and the short ones go the other way on the tote. And, yeah. It's nice to be in the shop. Nice to be able to do something. Nice to have a tool that's sharp and works. I would like a bench. I'm working on my table saw right now. Would be nice to have a bench. Yeah, you see, this is my makeshift bench, kind of. My router table and my router and my, yeah, I gotta be careful I don't stack stuff up too much. I gotta put stuff away as I use them. I still haven't put away all the stuff I got from the auction. This box here. And I did talk to some people on Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook, the local group, I guess it was, and asked for coffee cans. So I got some coffee cans promised for this lot. Yeah, so much to do, so much to do. I got some time tomorrow so far. Nobody's called me for a ride yet, but I was thinking today that if I had the money, I think I would buy a bagging lawnmower and combine this sawdust pile with bagged grass clippings, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get a sheep and fence charger and net fence. Can you see my peas? Look at my peas now. They're leaves right up. You see that? That's springtime right there. The leaves are all coming out. If I get my shadow off of it, you see that? I've got peas coming up. And I got garlic with a dog sitting on it. Let me, I'm going to go out to the big garden and see if any of my cover crop is up. That has a 50% ratio of radishes in it. And radishes come up almost overnight. Bear, can you just keep walking and not stop right in front of me? If I yell at you, he lies down. That's good. He took one of my baskets and put it out in the middle of the lawn. Got to take down that remains of a greenhouse. So much to do. I'd like to get this thing towed out of here. And I'd like to get that residue buried. See, this lawn really wants to be mowed ASAP, soon. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't see anything. walking along the row. I don't see any peas. I don't see any radishes, but it looks like we need moisture again already. We did get a rain last night, but it didn't matter much. You got the whole crew here. Wouldn't you like to homestead here? If you'd like to come here and share this farm with me, I live here, and the rent is $500 per month, and I pay half. So that's it don't leave much. And then we've managed not to pay rent yet because we've been doing so much work on the house. But yeah, contact me. My email address is, repeat after me, Jbthemilker @gmail.com. Hey, you know what I did? I went and I spent $100 on wood burning brand, and I put a message on Amish Facebook page, the page for people that are interested in the Amish. It's not the Amish themselves. And I put a message on that page, and I said, can somebody draw me a sketch that would be suitable for a brand? Just a line drawing. And one nice lady, Deb, she said, oh, you're trying to market non-Amish wood, non-Amish products with a horse and buggy. You're impersonating an Amish. And I said, well, this wood grew on Amish-owned land. And an Amishman was the one who cut the trees down. And it went to an Amish-owned mill. And I got the wood for hauling an Amishman, for hauling him where he wanted to go. And this is the food for the feral cats and the cats when they're outside. I put them outside during the day. Yeah, and I'm not Amish and I never will be. But is this wood Amish? I don't know. It's pretty close to being Amish. If it ain't Amish, it's not Amish. There's no more Amish wood than there is Baptist wood. But I've got a lot of, well, like, it's going to be 2.5 inches by 4.5. So it would fit right on here, right on here. The horse and buggy brand. And got a hot plate for another $20. But if you plane it, that's important. You got to plane the wood so it's got a nice smooth finish on it before you brand it. And then they want you to heat the brand with a infrared hot plate or a torch. But I watched YouTube where I was introduced to this idea, and they were using a torch and were having an awful hard time getting the right temperature. But then I saw another thing that was sponsored by the makers of the torch. Actually, not this torch, but a more expensive one. And they were saying, oh, don't bother with a torch. Just get yourself an infrared hot plate and set it right on the hot plate, and that'll heat it up to just about the right temperature for branding. And so, you know, this stuff here, it's all planed. And, you know, when I use a piece, why not brand it? I'd kind of like another brand already, even though I haven't got this one yet, but I'd like another one. I'd like one that would fit on smaller wood, like a 1-inch stick like that. I'd also kind of like to incorporate my name into the brand, but I didn't. And that's kind of an Amish thing. They don't put their name in it. They just put it. They don't use their names in advertising at all. No more than Troyer Hardwoods. That's about as far as they go. But there's nothing saying first names or anything. And if I did it, I'd want to use my first name because my last name is just kind of like Yoder. Brown is pretty common. But, yeah, you know, I got all this wood that'll be dry here soon. I got the fan blowing on it. And I got more to stack. But, yeah, plane it and put a brand on it and then build a little something out of it. I'm thinking wood boxes and baskets would be a good place to start anyway. I gotta have a bench. My thought is the electric is right there on the wall over the vacuum cleaner and the welder. My bench should be right in here. There's a small bench there, but not a woodworking bench. I need a woodworking bench, which pretty much means I gotta build it. You know, if I had somebody that would take my picture while I was doing things, wouldn't that up the value of my channel a whole lot? If somebody was kind of like Al Lumna, his wife, her main job in life right now is to photograph or to film or to videograph Al while he's building stuff. Today he built a buck to peel logs, and he and his wife did a bit of peeling. They took turns, and while one was peeling, the other one was videographing or using the camera, whatever that's called. Yeah. It's pretty nice in the shop tonight. I ought to hang this up, and you've seen the peas. You've seen I don't got no cover crop growing in the garden yet. I talked to a man about buckwheat, and I know where to get it now. Just got to go over there. Time, you know, time. And they talk about what fears them having enough time. I certainly don't have enough time while I'm here myself, but maybe if somebody was here full time, they'd have enough time, or I'd have enough time with it. You know, we could do stuff. It would help a lot if somebody was here full time, and this is the season for it. If you'd like to become a part of Fredericktown Homestead, swallow your fears and just bite the bullet, and you're not going to own the place. I don't own the place. I rent, and I have a 2-year lease, and I sort of figure to stay here for the rest of my days. And somebody said, oh, I'd like to do it, but I'm looking for something more permanent. And I said, well, good luck with that. There isn't much that we do as mortal men that is everlasting. That's pretty much up to the Lord. So I'm building this set of cribbing for the tote for the rainwater collection system. It's not permanent. It's not everlasting, but it'll last a while. And I oiled the wood to try and make it last longer. And it's got to be done, though. Got to get done. I got to put the phone down and pick up the circular saw and notch these critters. And find a couple of bricks to level it up. And then find somebody that'll help me put the downspout into the tote and at the same time put the tote up onto the cribbing. Takes two people. This pile here, excuse me if I ramble, but this pile here is drying slowly. It's all dead pack. Not like that stack over there that's all stuck, but yeah, if I dried this properly, like that, stuck it up, then planed it, wouldn't that just be the ticket for a brand? Here's a stick right here. I'll show you right here. Here's a stick of wood. This is planed. This is planed two sides. And, you know, if that was the top rail on a basket or a box or something or other, even if it was just, you know, I got this scroll saw right here, even if it was just cut to an interesting shape and put in front of tourists and people here to enjoy the culture, this is very close to being Amish wood, but I'm English. I never will be Amish, but oh well. You understand what I mean. All right, well, how many boxes would that make? Fair few. All right, the address, the email address here is jbthemilker@gmail.com. Our location is off of 314 north of Chesterville, Ohio. We've got more than a square mile of land, of which 150 acres is leased out to tillage. We got a five-bedroom house, arguably 6 bedrooms, and 1 bathroom that needs work, kind of. But that could be done against the rent. The rent, like I said, is $500 a month. I pay half. So far we haven't paid any because we've been doing the work. Well, Roger and Sandra were here. They did most of the work, and since they've left, I've been doing the work. I've been trimming out windows and haven't done much else. I've been busy running around. I might have to pay rent here in cash money system if I don't get some stuff done inside. But I don't go inside much. I come out here to the shop. It's a lot nicer out here. But there is a nice house here. The house was abandoned for 9 years before I got a hold of it. There was no windows, no water, no hot water, no electricity. But now all of those things have been corrected. The windows are in, doors replaced, hot water, and the well has been tested and deemed to be suitable for human consumption. Yeah, if you'd like to be a part of it, contact me, jbthemilker@gmail.com. You may be too late. I may already have somebody on their way here that is going to take the position, but until the chickens hatch, how does it work? Don't count your chickens till they hatch. I'm going to continue putting out the word until I've got somebody here on site, somebody that has agreed to do it and I've agreed to let do it. Learn by doing. Gardening, raising critters, harvesting all forms of their own food, preserving it, and all that goes into homesteading. And also a YouTube channel. I'd like to I'd like to be a strong YouTube channel. I got time when I'm out hauling the Amish to watch several different homesteading channels, and I watch all the normal ones, all the homesteading ones, plus a lot of excavating ones, plus a lot of, I don't watch much woodworking ones because I get frustrated with that, but yeah, I'd just like to, well, I've committed to putting out one video at least per day for 100 days. That's following Justin Rhodes. Justin Rhodes was my first ever, that was my introduction to YouTube homesteading and the Great American Farm Tour. I've watched all of his videos now, and The Fit Farmer and Alan Bree and Holler Homestead and Sow the Land and Al Lumna, and my favorite is still Mike Morgan, Mike and Melissa Morgan, Outdoors with the Morgans, and she has a Morgan's Off the Leash is Melissa's channel. They're both very pleasant people to watch. He uses YouTube to get products that he can use on his place. He's got 100 acres, and he's got 2 tractors, an excavator, and just built a building, and he seems to have money just drooling out of his mouth. That's because of YouTube, and but he's diligent about it. He puts out a YouTube video almost daily, 6 days a week I think he does it. And you know, I look forward to them, and I want people to look forward to the Fredericktown Homestead videos. I want them to anticipate our videos and look forward to seeing Bear for the day, much like Arms Family Homestead. That's the namesake of Bear. Their livestock guardian dog is a Anatolian Shepherd, same as Bear, and livestock guardian dog, and so I named Bear after Bear. But get a hold of me if you want to do a YouTube channel, if you want a homestead, if you want to be a part of a community. We're right in the middle of the Amish community. You'll never be Amish, but you'll be a part of an Amish community once you get here. That's just the way it works. You're in the middle of the community, and they'll embrace you, and they'll use you and benefit you, and I deal almost exclusively with Amish. Very little English interaction for me. Yeah, contact me, Jbthemilker at gmail.com. This position, as of right now, is still available. I don't know how long it will be, but the time is now. It's springtime. Everything's budding. The trees are leafing out. I got beans showing, as I showed you. Contact me, Jbthemilker at gmail.com. God bless.